Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Hey, welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. There are moments when it all starts to feel heavy at once. Not just one thing, everything. The news you didn't want to see, the conversations that don't seem to go anywhere, the tension that doesn't fully leave even when things are quiet. It builds. Not in a way that announces itself, but in a way that settles in. And after a while, you notice something. You're tired. Not just physically, something deeper than that. A kind of tired that sits behind your thoughts. A kind of tired that makes even small things feel like they require more than they used to. It's hard to describe, but you know it. You know it when you feel it. You might find yourself pulling back, not because you don't care, but because caring has started to feel like it costs more than you have to give in that moment. You might notice your patience thinning, your attention drifting, your ability to stay engaged slipping just a little. And then something else shows up. A quiet voice that says, you shouldn't feel this way. That you should be stronger, more focused, more capable of holding it all together. But that voice doesn't understand what's actually happening, guys. This isn't weakness, it's weight. And there's only so much of it a person can carry before something else begins to slow down. Not to fail, but to protect. There's a kind of wisdom in that. A part of you that recognizes when it's too much, even if the world around you keeps moving as if it isn't. The problem is that we don't always listen to that part. We push through. You've heard that all your life probably. Push through. We keep going. We try to stay engaged at the same level even when something inside us is asking for space. And over time, that creates a different kind of distance. Not between us and others, but between us and ourselves. We stop noticing how we feel. We stop responding to what we need. We become disconnected from the very thing that would help us find our balance again. There's a different way to move through moments like this too. Not by shutting everything out and not by pretending that it isn't happening, but by allowing yourself to step back without guilt, to admit that it's a lot. Just to admit it. To recognize that you don't have to process everything all at once. To understand that caring deeply does not require constant exposure to what's heavy. There's strength in knowing when to pause, in choosing to rest your attention, in giving your mind and your heart a moment to recover. Not because you're turning away from what matters, but because you want to stay connected to it in a way that's sustainable. You can't pour from something that's already drained. You can't stay present if you're overwhelmed. And you don't have to prove your awareness by carrying everything all the time. Sometimes the most honest thing you can say is, this is a lot. And the most helpful thing you can do is to give yourself a little space to breathe inside of it. That space doesn't disconnect you, guys. It restores you. It brings you back to a place where you can think clearly again, feel steadily again, choose intentionally again. And that matters. It matters a lot. Because the world doesn't need people who care. It needs people who can stay present in their caring without losing themselves. So if today feels like too much, let it be what it is. Don't fight the feeling. Don't judge it. Just notice it. And give yourself permission to step back. Just enough to find that footing again. Because you don't have to carry everything at once to still care deeply about what matters. And sometimes taking a breath is what allows you to keep going. I love you guys very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on, okay? Later, Gators. Bye-bye.